Good evening and namaste to everyone, dear students and others. You all are welcome to the Genius Lakshya live session. Today we will understand one of the most important topics from the UPSC, that, that is Comptroller and Auditor General of our country. Very much important to understand what is Comptroller, what is Auditor General, and what are the function and responsibility of this Comptroller and Auditor General. So we will understand the topic in a great detail. If you have any doubt and query, you can write me on my email ID rohitsika@geniusschool.co.in is my email ID. Controller and Auditor General of India. First, test yourself. Anyway, you will get all the answers in the test, and get all the answers in the presentation itself. The Controller and Auditor General of India, popularly known as CAG, Controller and Auditor General of India, is the head of the Indian Audit and Accounts Department. The Controller and Auditor General is the guardian of the public purse and controls the entire financial system of the country. The Controller and Auditor General is the guardian of the public purse and controls the entire financial system of the country. Mahatma Gandhi said that Controller and Auditor General shall be the most important officer under the Constitution of India. The Comptroller and Auditor General is appointed by the Parliament of India. The Comptroller and Auditor General holds office for a period of 5 years or up to the age of 60 years. Whichever is earlier. The cake can resign anytime from his office by addressing the resignation letter to the governor. He can also be removed by the president on same ground and in the same manner as judge of the Supreme Court. The cake submits 5 audit reports to the president. The Constitution of India, Article 148, provides for an independent office of the Controller and Auditor General of India. He is the head of India Audit and Account Department. He is the guardian of the public purse and controls the entire financial system of the country at both the levels, the center and the state. The cake's duty is to uphold the Constitution of India and laws of the Parliament in the field of financial administration. This is the reason why Dr. B.R. Ambedkar said that the Comptroller Auditor General shall be the most important officer under the Constitution of India, and the Comptroller and Auditor General is one of the bulwarks of the democratic system of government in India. The other being the Supreme Court, the Election Commission of India, and Union Public Service Commission. Appointment and term. The Comptroller and Auditor General is appointed by the President of India by a warrant under his hand and seal. The Comptroller and Auditor General, before taking over his office, makes and subscribes before the President an oath of affirmation. Oath or affirmation. To bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of India, to uphold the sovereignty and integrity of India to duly and faithfully to the best of his ability, knowledge and judgment perform the duties of his office without fear and favor, affection and ill will, to uphold the constitution and laws. The Controller Auditor General holds office for a period of 6 years up to the age of 65 years, whichever is earlier. He can resign any time from his office by addressing the resignation letter to the President. He can also be removed by the President on same grounds in the same manner as judge of the Supreme Court. Independence. The Constitution has made the following provisions to safeguard and ensure the independence of Control and Auditor General. He is provided with security of tenure. He can be removed by the President only in accordance with the procedure mentioned in the Constitution. Thus, the Controller Auditor General does not hold office till the pleasure of the President, though he is appointed by him. He is not eligible for further office either under the Government of India or any state after he ceases to hold his office. His salary and other services, conditions and determined by the Parliament. The Controller and Auditor General salary is equal to that of a judge of the Supreme Court. Neither his salary nor his rights in respect of leave of absence, pension, or age of retirement can be altered to his disadvantage after his appointment. The condition of service of parent serving in India Audit and Accounts Department. The administrative powers of the Controller and Auditor General are prescribed by the President after consultation with the Controller Auditor General. The administrative expense of the office of the Controller Auditor General, including all salaries, allowances, pension of the pay persons serving in that office are charged upon the Consolidated Fund of India. Thus, they are not subject to the vote of Parliament. Further, no minister can represent the king in Parliament in the both houses. No minister can be called upon to take any responsibility for any action done by him. Now we will understand the duties and powers of the Controller Auditor General of India. The Constitution of Article 149 authorizes the Parliament to prescribe the duties and powers of the king in relation to the accounts of the Union and of the states and of any other authority or body. The Control Auditor General audits the accounts related to all expenditure from the Consolidated Fund of India, Consolidated Fund of each state, and Consolidated Fund of each union territory having legislative assembly. He audits all expenditure from the Contingency Fund of India, the Public Account of India, as well as the Contingency Fund of each state and Public Account of each state. He audits all trading, manufacturing, profit, loss accounts, balance sheets, other subsidiary accounts kept by any department of the central government and the state government. He audits the receipts and expenditure of the center and each state to satisfy himself that the rules and procedures in that behalf are designated to secure effective check on the assessment, collection and proper allocation of revenue. He audits the receipts and expenditure of the following: all bodies and authorities substantially financed from the central or the state revenues, government companies, other corporations and bodies when so required by related laws. He audits all transactions of the central and state government related to debt, sinking funds, deposits, advances, suspense accounts, remittance business. He also audits receipt stock accounts, others with approval of the president when required by the president. He audits The accounts of any other authority when requested by the president, governor, for example, the audit of the local bodies. He advises the president with regard to prescription of form in which the accounts of the center and the state shall be kept according to Article 150. He submits his audit report relating to the accounts of the center to president who shall in turn replace them before both the houses of the parliament according to Article 151. He submits his audit report relating to the accounts of the state to governor who shall in turn place them before the state legislature Article 151. He the Comptroller Auditor General ascertains and certifies the net proceeds of any tax or duty Article 279. His certificate is final. The net proceeds means the process of tax or a duty minus cost of collection. He acts as the guide, friend, and philosopher of the Public Accounts Committee of the Parliament. The Comptroller Auditor General compiles and maintains the accounts of the state government. 1976, he was relieved of his responsibilities with regard to the compilation and maintenance of accounts of the central government due to separation of accounts from audit. The Comptroller and Auditor General submits three audit reports to the President. Audit report on appropriation accounts, audit report on finance account, audit report on public understanding. The President lays these reports before both the houses of the Parliament. The appropriation accounts compare the actual expenditure with the expenditure sanctioned by the Parliament through the Appropriation Act, while finance accounts show the annual receipt and disbursements of the Union government. So, this is the end of the presentation. If you have any doubt and query, you can write me in my email ID. My email ID is rohitsika@geniusschool.co.in. So, Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. See you soon in the next presentation.